If you're headed down to Florida on a vacation trip, there's a central location that you might want to skip. It's known as Polk County, where the shores are all hit. Once they pull your car over, take you down to the station, you might leave on probation, coming back on violation. There's no limit to the statute once you're in there quick. You better run real fast and keep on going. Don't stop until you hit the south of the border. You'll be staying longer than you plan to stay. Once the sheriffs get a hold of you and lock you away, they love to lock you down without any bond, just in case you feel like you might want to go home. There won't be none of that once you're in their system. You try to go home, I bet they'll come and get you. A Polk County crime, it don't pay. If you do it or you shoot it, you can plan to stay. Well, 8 to 80, blind, cripple, or crazy, they don't give a damn if you work or you're lazy. Once you get locked up, they don't give up. Let's all travel on down to Imperial Polk County, where the sheriffs call the shots and they take all your money. If it costs you an arm or maybe a leg, you're lucky if you get out just before you're dead. The best thing to do is just stay away. If you go to Polk County, better plan to stay. The sheriffs down there, yeah, they don't play. They'll kick your doors in and put you away. In Imperial Polk County, score an ounce of meth. You put it in a beaker, get a bright blue test. When the sheriffs come to get you, you'll be under arrest. Don't worry about probation, there's a judge on at the station. If you come to Polk County, better plan to stay. The sheriff's gonna get you and they'll put you away. When the cops test the meth, then it turns bright blue. You'll be staying longer than you plan to do. Once you go to see the judge on the very next day, it's gonna take the keys and throw them away. You came on vacation, you'll be leaving on probation, coming back on violation. There's no limit to the statute once you're in there quick. I say welcome to Polk County. Hope you've enjoyed your trip.
Suffering, the nation of reality. After turn your back on the dark horizon.
taken this time after time after time, and those wounds, man, they never heal right. Been shaken and won't know the pain. That's all you'll hear in your brain. Will it all be okay if you fall? feet off the ones at night. As you sit hard alone with your fist, now you lay in a cell with your tears. Will it all be okay if you fall back in limbo? I watch the waves they take you in as I pour away your walls broken. I hate to relate to all your sin, so I won't be afraid of my nightmares again. Will it all be okay if you fall back in limbo? I watch the waves they take you in as I pour away your walls broken. I hate to relate to all your sin, so I won't be afraid of my nightmares again. Is it forever? Are we doing this together? Or just the time for you to change your mind? I see you waiting and your thoughts are racing, but I am not about to cross that line. Do you remember when we started this? I'm just as good as I was back then. So if you're waiting, then just keep on standing in line. 'Cause you're not gonna stay, and I ain't gonna change. Doesn't it show? It's our time waits away. All I've gotta say, you should have known. You should have known. There's no reason to be insincere, 'cause I don't care what you want to hear. If it's a game, we can end it all right now. You wanna fix me, but I'm not broken. I'm gonna be how I choose to be. And if you want it, you can take it as it is. 'Cause you're not gonna stay, and I ain't gonna change. Doesn't it show? It's our time waits away. All I've gotta say, you should have known. You should have known.
You seem pretty cool. Boy, was I a fool. Miss Queen, bitch.
Concentrate, I don't care what you say. This noise will penetrate. So ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Can you hear me okay?
I can. Can you hear me okay?
I can, yeah.
All
How
right.
are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine. How's everything over there?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. I
You're
stayed
looking pretty perky for 9 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, I wake up at 5 a.m., so there's
Oh,
that.
right
Yeah.
on.
I got kids that go to school, so 7:30 is bus time, and
Yeah.
um, it takes a minute to get them up and going and out the door. And well, mommy needs an hour to herself too as
I
well
can
before
totally
I get them
understand
up.
that.
Oh, yeah. I need my whole I do like a meditation in the morning. So before I get them up, I have to be in happy spirits. Otherwise, I'm screaming at them, and it's not a happy thing. If you're not happy in the morning when you wake them up, it's
Yeah.
yeah. So, but I've had 3 cups of coffee, so
Oh my
there's
goodness. Well,
that.
well, I got my Betty Boop going on this morning too, so
Is that right? Oh, I got my
yeah.
Reese's cup, man. Yeah, the my son bought me a set of he knows my favorite candy is Reese's, so he bought me a Reese's like hot chocolate mix for Christmas one year.
Right on.
So we rocked the Reese's cup.
We'll have
Yeah.
to keep that in mind, Reese's. Mental note.
Yes,
Christina
Reese's.
likes Reese's.
Yeah, it's my fault. That and like sweet candy, like that's really the only chocolate. That and like Snickers, maybe, or like that white chocolate with like the cookies in it. Those are
Yeah.
yum.
Oh yeah. Well, that reminds me of those Thin Mints from the Girl Scouts.
Oh, listen, that okay. I don't eat mint and chocolate with anything except for Girl Scout cookies. Like
So
that is like yes,
there
mint
you go.
chocolate ice cream. No, screw it. You could keep it. I'm out. But yes, the thin mints are. What are the other ones that have like the chocolate like drizzle with the coconut on it too? Those were my granny's favorite. So those
Oh
are kind of like a second favorite of mine.
yeah, I'm not a big sweet eater per se.
Ah,
Um, I might every now and then indulge, but mostly
yeah.
if you want to give me some sweets, give me a nice greasy fat cheeseburger or a nice crispy piece of fried chicken.
See,
That's
I'm the same way, but then you have those moments where you need the sweet stuff. You know what I mean? Like you
yeah,
you, you like to anyway. So yeah, moments for the sweet stuff. Like today. Today's Love Day. How about that? Happy
absolutely.
Valentine's Day.
And happy Valentine's Day to you as well,
Thank you. I got
and
my
to
little
everyone
heart
out
back
there.
here somewhere. Yep, there he is, right there.
Yeah, I'm doing my thing over here. You know.
I hope everybody went out and got, at least some chocolate and flowers and candy
Oh yeah,
for
it's
their
kind of one of those things where you can't miss out on that. You only get one shot, you know.
we have those people who say that Valentine's Day should be every day, and it's just a crazy holiday. That is very true. Valentine's Day should be every day, but like this is like that one day you get to say, "Hey, it's Love Day," so you can't be mean, right?
Yeah,
You're not supposed to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you're in a bad mood, you got to get out of it.
Right. Yeah. See, that should be every day, though. You should
Oh
just
yeah.
woo-saw. And I totally agree. My dog's like wanting to get up. Yep. See,
Huh?
he's a moon.
Well, with me, like me personally, I'm at peace with myself, so it is every day for me. Because even if I'm
Mark,
having a bad day, I always post like stuff that says you can find good in a bad.
that
You can find good in anything really.
that is absolutely correct.
I
Stop.
mean, that's what got me started writing music was finding my good again.
That's absolutely right. Mark said edible arrangements count. I mean, yes, those do count, man, and very delicious at that. And flowers kind of die, so
Yeah, they do.
yeah, I mean, at least she gets to eat it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, You could take that in two different ways. I'm sorry. I apologize for the misunderstanding on both parts, but but edible arrangements is perfect. Good morning, Michael. How are you, dude? Michael is the guitarist in Joe's Garage Band. He's a
Oh yeah.
local band. I don't know if you
Oh.
know. But
Oh yes. Bill's a very good friend of mine. He's always invited me out to see those guys. I know Joe and his son.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just went in the army.
You need
not
some
too
of
long ago.
Hardy.
Yeah, I'm familiar with all those guys.
Oh, dude. Stop. Lay down. Lay down. I'm sorry. My dog is like wanting to be an attention. Well, you know.
Sure.
Listen, as soon as he hears me get on this thing, it's no joke. Every single morning, like they don't want nothing to do with me until they hear me talking to someone.
Yeah, they're like, "Who are you talking to, Mom?"
Yeah, and then he's like, "What is going on? This is crazy. What's going on here?" Yeah. So, how did you start getting into writing music?
I will tell you, as a kid, I was always in the school plays and stuff like that, and I always had lead performances in those plays. And I used to write poetry a long time ago, especially to girls, love poems, trying to get a girlfriend, trying to get people to like me, stuff, especially women. But I lost that. I lost it, and then I was like, how come I can't write anymore? I don't understand. I used to be able to just write so easily, and it took a really dramatic thing to happen to me to bring that back. And I had to spend some time in the county, unfortunately, and I found my niche when I was in there. I got it back again. I just started writing, and I couldn't stop.
Right.
It's like everything that had ever been inside me just all of a sudden started coming out. And then when I would sleep at night, I would get premonitions of songs that are being played on the air. And they weren't real songs. They were songs that were being made in my head. And I would always keep a notepad beside me and a pencil. And I'd wake up and I'd just start writing them down, the best that I could remember them, and that's what formed Bunk 50.
Yeah.
Because I've been in bands before. I've been doing a lot of, gigging out and stuff. But bands, if you're not with the right group of people, you don't stay together, and you end up going your separate ways.
That is very true.
Yeah.
But also, being in county can definitely do it to you. It is probably like the worst thing that could happen to a human in Polk County.
Yeah. Well, you have nothing but time,
That is absolutely true. I mean, it's not, supposed to be something that's a beautiful stay anyway, but Grady Judd makes sure that it's fairly nice.
Yeah. I mean, listen, for what it is, you deal with it and you just go through the motions. And they actually had a good program in there, which was called Faith Base. So I got involved with Faith Base.
Yeah.
And I would listen to these Christian artists. And their music was just so powerful. And the crowds that these artists would draw is unbelievable. Like you would think you're at a regular rock concert and these are guys doing Christian music, So
Yeah.
that really kind of impressed me a lot. And I decided that that's what I wanted to do too, was be a Christian artist, but with my own flair. I'm not going around saying, "Oh God's going to save you. God's going to save you." No, I'm like, get off your butt and go to work and get a job and just keep pushing forward, put one foot in front of the other, and pray along the way and ask God to help you,
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
we all need a little extra help every now and then.
I mean, regardless of who you look to as a higher power, I think that just taking the time for yourself and realizing what makes you happy in life. You're not gonna spend 80 years on this planet doing what other people want you to do. I mean, you can, but it's not gonna make you happy.
I know I'm not. I guess that's why I went to jail.
I mean, hey, I've been there. I've been there. Okay. I've been in the blue. Okay. So I know, I'm not an innocent little Nancy, but shit happens, and
You sure? Because I can't tell. You look kind of innocent.
past happens, you know what I mean? And things, sometimes people make decisions that are based off of the negativity that they go through in life, the shit that happens when you grow up. Sometimes you get trapped in that toxicity, thinking that that's the way things are supposed to be, because that's the way you were taught, and that's
Right.
what you grew up around. Not even regardless if you didn't grow up around that, maybe you mended yourself with something towards that. So, but realizing that, money is not everything, and making it is not everything, but making your name something is everything. Showing everybody who you truly are as a person is what is supposed to happen. You know what I mean? And if people block those avenues, you just friendly dismiss them and continue along your path.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
agree, because your name is Bond.
that's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
like
So,
I also run a remodeling business.
mhm.
So when I go to a customer's home and I do a job for them, I want them to tell other people about it, so I can continue working. I mean, that's how a lot of it is done, through word of mouth.
That is actually, I grew up, my granddaddy, my uncle, all of my uncles actually, and my aunt are all carpenters. So I actually started Osment's carpentry business, like it's
Oh,
Venus Carpentry or something, like a few years ago with my uncle. So yeah, I do drywall and home remodels and all
shut
that fun
up.
stuff. Yeah, so
What?
dude, yeah, roof work. That is like the worst smell though, is tar. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Out of everything I done did, roof work, you could keep that. I mean, I'd even much go down. My uncle used to live in oh shoot, what is it? Camp Mac. So he had a property right there, and we had to go in the swamp area, and we had this big old blower thing, right, where we had to suck up the sand
Oh yeah.
in the canal. When the boats come in, the waves come through and the sand piles up. Well, he had a big old pontoon boat there, so we had to get in our waders and get down and suck the dirt up and spit it back out into the
What?
canal. That
Wow.
was probably the second stinkiest job.
Man, I couldn't
Yeah.
imagine the water moccasins and
Oh,
stuff you must encounter during that.
I mean, we really don't think about those kind of things. We're just rednecks. We just hop in there and it's like, okay, let's get this done.
Yeah, you're not one of those people that go noodling and get the catfish on your
I
arm.
have actually gone noodling.
Oh my
I'm so
goodness.
sorry to break it to you guys, but yes, I have, and I absolutely love it. It is an adrenaline rush. And you just don't know, you know what I mean? It's exciting. It is. It's exciting. But I
Awesome.
have a lot of very southern people in my family. I mean, it's a mixed breed of all kinds of people. We've got, my aunts from the Philippines. My uncle's kids are half Korean, half white. I've got a mixture of black and white. I've got Puerto Rican. I think we've got some kind of, I don't know if she's Mexican or not. Nah, she's going to kill me if I say that she's Puerto Rican.
You better get it right, Christy.
You know how they act. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But yeah, so it's like it's a great time. Thanksgiving and Christmas is a very good time in our household. We've got a mix of everything, and we love it. So,
Awesome.
but mostly redneck. I mean,
Awesome. That's cool.
because we do the the noodling, the deer hunting, the hog hunting, the
So
yeah.
when you noodle, what is that? Catch and release? You don't take those suckers home and try to eat them.
I mean, depends. I mean, depends if you really want to. I mean, they are. I mean, we have, but
Because we used to raise animals, and we used to have some ducks and stuff, and my grandma always told us, "Oh, that duck's too old to eat. She's just a pet now," you know. So I was thought maybe was those catfish got that big, maybe they weren't any good
I
anymore.
don't rightfully know. I mean, I think anything could be, you know, seasoned up just right.
Yeah, especially if you're not naked and afraid.
I mean, I mean, come on. If you can make squirrel stew, you can make anything. I mean,
Yeah, good point.
that's
Good
why.
point.
Uh,
Possum
I,
stew.
I mean, squirrel's pretty tough, man. I mean, and there's a lot of bones in squirrel. Like they're tiny, they're
Yeah.
tiny little bones.
Mm.
I mean, but sorry. I
I
mean,
see. I actually used to eat them when I was little, so I'm kind of country too.
yeah, I mean, we were always, my uncle was really big in the hunting thing, and then when we moved up to PA in Jamestown, and it was Amish country up there. So I mean, that was just the thing.
Yeah.
You learned how to do it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Were you able to get those songs downloaded?
I did actually. I played yours first.
Because I worked really hard to get those for you.
Yeah, did you when we went live, I've actually played the Imperial
Polk County.
County. Yep, we played it as soon as we went live and everybody got to hear it. We put your name up and everything.
Was that the first time you heard it?
No, actually I listened to it when you first sent it to me,
Okay.
and then I heard it again this morning. But
I mean, it's like really true, right?
it yes, actually.
Everything it's hilarious. Everything in it is true.
You actually you do a lot of storytelling with your songwriting, and I love that. I have a good friend of mine, BW Rigby. He does the same thing. His is a little bit more southern, more older and southern. I put it that way. But dude, he's phenomenal. If you could see him, he plays over here at the Lundyville Music Hall a lot. So yeah.
Okay.
But we will definitely add it to the playlist and play it in the morning. I normally go live on Saturdays or Sundays and do a live music hour, so we can definitely add it onto there too.
Oh,
as
cool!
well.
Thank you.
So,
I appreciate that.
yeah, absolutely. I do want to. What's that?
I've got some heavier stuff. I noticed you like heavy music.
I do.
That I did not send to you, but I figured, hell, if you like me and you bring me back, then we can listen to it then.
Heck yeah, we can do that.
Add a little more every time.
Well, you can even ask a good friend of mine, Will. Sometimes we get artists, back to back, and sometimes we have schedule issues. So sometimes I'm looking for someone on the fly. So we do like to try to get everybody in at least. Hey, get down, please. Thank you. Hi. Yes, I know. We try to get everyone in, at least once. We do have some sponsors that get to have their said days, like, a Bull with Bull Lounge Radio. He is, he's a big sponsor of Osment Entertainment, along with, I don't know if you've heard of, Dara Tanner. She is an artist from around town. She's starting a new group, so we are going to be doing a chat. Yes, on the 16th, I believe, is when she first, and then the 23rd, we're going to reoccur her too as well, so we can kind of get the artist in that group and help her build that up. It's basically a group to help artists, in like certain areas, if they need to know, how to get production done, or if they need to know how to, just a how to kind of avenue. So it kind of will help everybody, to.
I'm actually in one of her groups.
Will wants to know, what's the loudest concert you've ever been to?
The loudest concert I've ever been to would have to be, and don't laugh, but it was Florida Georgia Line.
Really?
Florida Georgia Line, they rocked that stage. Oh my God, they were so awesome.
I've never seen them in concert.
Oh, they had freaking the big semi truck with the stacks on it, and fire was just shooting up out of those stacks, and they were just came out really hot, and the whole show was just hot all the way through. It was pretty badass.
Dude, listen, what that reminds me of is like, okay, so when I was younger, I went to a Rob Zombie concert, right? And he had like 15-foot like robots on stage that shot like fireworks out. Like that was the loudest concert I've ever been to. Like he was just sick on stage. Like there was a little bit wavelength to that, but yes, the loudest concert I've ever been to, it was definitely Rob Zombie. But yeah.
See, I'm a big country fanatic. I just love country. And it's funny because when I was growing up, I said to myself, I will never listen to country because it was just too whiny, twiny, and twangy, you know. But the new artists, they are kicking butt.
See, I'm kind of like, I like some of the new artists, but I'm very kin to like old time, like Patsy Cline, and yeah, I like the whiny twiny.
No, I can't do it.
I like a little bit of everything, though. You know, I grew up with, you know, my mom listened to Reba McEntire, Patsy Cline, Trisha Yearwood growing up, so that, you know, she went to that old JR's bar that was in town, line danced, and then came home. You know what I mean? So like my mama really got me into like the older, and my granny too.
Wait,
you know?
JR's the one in the plaza in Lakeland?
Yeah.
I put the carpet in there. Yep. I laid carpet for 27 years. I worked for Flooring America.
You know what? I did it for 4 years. I worked for, we worked through Family Flooring, but we mainly ran through Blackburn right over off of Havendale.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, talk about hard work like that right there.
I even did Empire. Next day installations.
Oh man. Listen. Yeah. Have 4 of those back to back. No, thank you. I mean, that was like probably the best fit time of my life, though, was lifting that carpet. That's
well, you know, I had my boys with me too, so wasn't that bad on me.
Well, no, they only gave us a 2-man team. That was all they were. That's all we were allowed over here. So like they, and you know, just because you're a girl, it doesn't mean that you get to. Plus, I come from a line of carpenters, like I said, so it's, you know, there's a backbone to it, you know.
Hey, I'd hire women too. They're welcome to come work.
Oh, listen, but yeah, I've done framing, I've done, you know, house remodels, I've done framing, I've done roof work, I've done, you know, tile and carpet are really my favorite things, that and drywall.
Yeah.
So, you know, those are the drywall is definitely my fave because of the finishing, and the tile too as well. I like the grout finish.
Yeah,
I
hate painting. I still haven't gotten used to it. I mean, I'm good at it, but I just don't like it. You know, painting and cleaning up.
Yes, it is a very.
That's why I hire the girls. You guys just clean up after me. That's all I want you to do. Just clean up after me. You know.
Oh man, y'all are messy as hell, though, man. I tell you,
I'm slinging mud. I'm trying to get it done, man. You know.
Yeah, but you know, the owner, you know, comes in afterwards, and you know, after you get it done, like it's like, hey, you know, like that's one thing that I used to have to get on the cruise, and that and reorganizing the like the trailer. Like I would put everything back with like the screws and everything. We would like I'd have it all fucking needy tidy, right? And they come in and just throw shit everywhere. Yeah.
So listen, would you think about feeling kind of lonely?
That one I did not download because we only got the file was too big. It was like 80, so I could not download all
Well,
of it.
I sent you like 5 songs. I sent you like a half an hour's worth of music. So
Right. It won't.
maybe that was the problem.
You have to send them individually in order for me to download them
Yeah.
onto this programming, because unfortunately it's only at a 30 megabyte. So I would have to. We run through around Winter Haven Neighbors. I don't know if you know Miss Holly,
Oh
but
yeah.
anytime you get any kind of shows or anything, you can book with her. This is her her little thing right here. You can add your events, and it kind of it gives you another avenue to share from. Does that make sense? Plus, it's
Yeah.
the community of Winter Haven and Polk County. She now has taken over the around Lakeland
Right.
neighbors too as well. So that one's right at about 30,000. She's almost at 10,000 with this one. So if you ever need like any kind of event, like broadcasted, quite extensively, that one would be it where you would get.
Yeah.
So make sure you.
I did a remodel for her, one of her homes over in Janville Village. So yeah, I'm very close with her.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we'll go look that up, and she can definitely hook you up with that too as well. I do want to thank you so very much for coming on with me. We will do about I want to see if we can't take a quick break and play this song real fast, and we're going to play the Imperial Polk County. So then that way we can kind of listen to it, and then we'll come back and talk about how you came up with the song. And then we are going to have to kind of end this one. We do try to stay under just a certain amount of time because Holly does sponsor the morning shows. So as long as we can try to keep it under that 45 minutes, and we're right at about almost an hour now. So with the live music this morning. So we're going to listen to the song, and then we'll be right back to kind of just wrap things up. Okay.
Okay.
All right. 1 minute.
If you're headed down to Florida on a vacation trip, there's a central location that you might want to skip. It's known as Polk County, where the shores are all hit. Once they pull your car over, take you down to the station, you might leave on probation, coming back on violation. There's no limit to the statute once you're in there quick. You better run real fast and keep on going. Don't stop until you hit the south of the border. You'll be staying longer than you plan to stay. Once the sheriffs get a hold of you and lock you away, they love to lock you down without any bond, just in case you feel like you might want to go home. There won't be none of that once you're in their system. You try to go home, I bet they'll come and get you. A Polk County crime, it don't pay. If you do it or you shoot it, you can plan to stay. Well, 8 to 80, blind, cripple, or crazy, they don't give a damn if you work or you're lazy. Once you get locked up, they don't give up. Let's all travel on down to Imperial Polk County, where the sheriffs call the shots and they take all your money. If it costs you an arm or maybe a leg, you're lucky if you get out just before you're dead. The best thing to do is just stay away. If you go to Polk County, better plan to stay. The sheriffs down there, yeah, they don't play. They'll kick your doors in and put you away. In Imperial Polk County, score an ounce of meth. You put it in a beaker, get a bright blue test. When the sheriff's come to get you, you'll be under arrest. Don't worry about probation, there's a jail on at the station. If you come to Polk County, better plan to stay. The sheriff's gonna get you and he'll put you away. When the cops test the meth, then it turns bright blue. You'll be staying longer than you plan to do. Once you go to see the judge on the very next day, it's gonna take the keys and throw them away. You came on vacation, you'll be leaving on probation, coming back on violation. There's no limit to the statute once you're in there quick. I say welcome to Polk County. Hope you've enjoyed your trip.
I love that song almost. Like the end of it is like, wait, what?
Hope you've enjoyed your trip. It's funny.
Oh man.
I would love to do a video for that. I got the whole thing mapped out in my head, you know. When you're coming down the interstate and you're passing Pedro. You ever come through South Carolina and you see Pedro? You ever see the big tall Pedro there?
No.
It's just south of the border. It's right there.
That's funny.
In fact, that's what got me in trouble because I had bought one of those license plate tags, and it looks kind of real. You know, it says SOB on it. And it says south of the border, but it's just initials SOB, right? So I stuck that on the back of my motorcycle, and I was driving around with it forever. Everybody's like, cool. That's a cool license plate, man. That's really cool. I was like, oh, thanks. So,
that's hilarious.
That's what got me in trouble when I was locked up. So I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, Polk County, man, they don't play. You know, you come down here and mess around, they're going to put you away.
Yeah.
And then I was in there, you know, like a lot of the, you know, Caucasian people were in there for meth. And a lot of us ethnic people, we were in there for like domestic and stupid shit, you know. Somebody had a roach in their car or whatever, you know. Can't believe they're still arresting people for pot, but whatever. So, yeah, I was thinking like, and man, then they would have crippled people in there in wheelchairs. There was a guy in there that was 90 years old, and he had a paving company. And I guess the people tried to sue him because the road was all messed up or whatever. And he didn't want to fix it, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it was a contempt of court. 90 years old. They got this old man in jail. And I'm just thinking like, wow, that's when I came up with that verse, 8 to 80. Blind, crippled, or crazy, they don't give a damn if you work or you're lazy. Once you get locked up, they don't give a. They really don't.
No, unfortunately, they don't. But
But then everybody's saying, well, you came on vacation and you'll be leaving on probation and coming back on violation because a lot of people do that. I've done it myself. You know, because I'm really from Connecticut. I'm not from here.
yeah. Really? Connecticut?
Yeah.
That's hot.
I was born in Hartford and raised in Windsor.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's really neat that you got to come up with that song. I do want to thank you very much for coming on with us. We are running, unfortunately, a little bit out of time. So thank you so much for coming on.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Wesley, and I will keep that on rotation, especially on the weekends when we go and do the live music. So, but definitely thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, your sweetheart. I said happy Valentine's Day too as well.
I will. Thank you so much.
Happy Valentine's Day to all of you guys. And we will see you tomorrow in the morning at 9 o'clock again. We start around 8:30 with live music, and then we go into the interview chat around 9 o'clock. Love you guys. Have a good day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you.
Yes, sir.